Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. So in today's video we are going to be talking about what are the leaves that are not going to get propagated, because a lot of times I do get some questions on Instagram wherein people are very enthusiastic about their leaf propagations, but unfortunately I have to be the bad one to break the news that they are not going to get propagated. I feel really terrible to share the bad news. So I thought, why not make a video on what are the leaves that will not get propagated. So for the first one, we have an example over here. Now you can see this one is completely dried. Hope it's visible. You can see the ends are completely dried out. So this particular leaf is not going to get propagated. You can also see an ample amount of wrinkles. So this one is a no-go. Then we have the one that has a darker tip. So this is where the new roots are supposed to come out, but if that is rotted or it's turned darker in color, black in color, or for that matter even if it's turned brown, that is not going to get propagated. So that one also goes out. Then we have this one. If you're going to turn around and you're going to see, you can see the amount of wrinkles on it on the back side. The front side looks it's all good. Little bit of edema on the leaves, but the back is completely wrinkled. So this is a no-go. Then we have the one that is turned yellow at the tip, but the place where it's supposed to have the roots, it looks very fresh, but this is not going to get propagated because, as you can see, the water is almost over from it. There is not much water in it, which is going to support the pulp. So if in case, I wouldn't say that the pulp won't come out from this, the pulp will appear, but it's going to be very weak and most probably it might not survive. So this one also goes out. Then we have sunburn. Remember, as I said, always keep your leaf propagation in indirect bright light. Do not keep it in direct sunlight. If you're going to keep it in direct sunlight, this is how it's going to look like. They are going to get completely burnt. These two are completely gone. This one is also gone. You can see the tip where the roots are supposed to come is already burnt. So this is also not going to happen. Here again we have another one. The tip is completely burnt where the roots are supposed to come. So this one is also not going to get propagated. They will never put out any pups. They will start to dry out. Then we come to the darker ones. If you have leaves that tend to look like this, these are completely rotted. They will not put out any pups for you. So please don't waste your time. It's better to trash these. Then comes this one. I'm sure by looking at it, you know it's not going to do anything because it's completely dried. It's completely crisp. This is not going to work out. This is an older leaf from the succulent. So when the older leaf starts to dry out, this is how it tends to look like. So of course this is not going to give you any pup. It's not going to get propagated in any way. This also goes into trash along with the others. Then we have something that looks like this. This is again a natural process of the succulent discarding its old leaf. So even this old leaf is not going to be successful because it does not have any water. It's almost thin like a paper, like a toilet paper. It's that thin. There's nothing in it. It is not going to get propagated. It goes into trash. Then we have another one. This again, as you can see, completely dried out, no water at all. This one is not going to get propagated. Then we have, this is something that is very common among beginners, because when you tend to pull out the leaf, half of the leaf breaks in. You can see this. Half the leaf is broken. The other portion is still stuck to the stem and you have only got this half portion. This will not propagate. Please do not waste your time. This is going to go in trash. Then we have another one. This is completely wrinkled. There is no water at all. You can see the amount of wrinkles. It might happen to put out roots. It might happen to put out a tiny pup. But even before the pup can become independent, this will rot out. It will not give enough water to the pup to grow. The pup is going to be very weak. Most probably within a few weeks of the pup will also start to die out because of lack of water inside the leaf. So this will also not be successful. It goes into trash. Now this is how a healthy leaf should look like. It should be plump, full of water, very good cut. As you can see, very smooth, clean cut. No burn marks, no dark edges at the place where it's supposed to put out the roots. This is where it starts to callus. extremely healthy, enough water, no wrinkles, perfectly cut. So this leaf will be the one that is going to give you a succulent or a pup. Again, it's going to take a very long time. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this thing was much clear to you, because a lot of people tend to kind of get very excited that leaf propagations are going to be very successful. Now again, this also is not necessary that it will give you a pup. At times it might work, at times it might not work. It all depends upon the leaf, your environment, your climate. All these things do keep in mind. All these things do play a very important role, and only then the leaf will be successful. However, these are not going to be successful, so it's better not to waste your time on this. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating the healthy ones.